What's up? What's up? Good morning. Give honor to the Most High on this Sunday morning. Happy Father Day to my fathers. Happy Father Day to my fathers. Give honor to the Most High for waking us up to do better, be better, and have better. That's what we're talking about today. Doing better, being better, have better. Doing what it takes to be better. That's what we're giving every day on personal development for the soul, brought to you by Word on the Streets. We are bringing that to you every day, every Mondays and Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Talk about personal development, getting better in our daily lives. Don't have a lot of people coming. We're on YouTube, but we're trying to get it strong. Hey, trying to get support. So check us out, Personal Development for the Soul, on Mondays and Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So that's it, man. Brought to you by Word on the Streets. And today is Father's Day, Juneteenth. Man, it's got a lot of stuff going on this weekend. People kicking it, celebrating. I'm a father of 6. Sometimes I'm 7, really. But I give actually 5, but then I adopted one, and then my other ones I raised. I really got a lot, but let's just say that adopted my play kids that I love like they mine, but they are mine. But however you want to say it, I get confused with that. But anyway, what we talking about, man? You see the links below. You see about the statement, the blind truth. That's what it is. The blind, even though I'm blind too, so the blind truth, my truth. I don't know, might not be your truth, but let's try it out. My truth, my truth. One thing we got to learn, dude, in this world right now, in this economic capitalist system right now, we got to understand. We got to invest. We got to break down this investment, man. We got to start investing in ourselves, mindset. We got to start investing in ourselves and learning these things. I put four things on there that you got to do. A lot of these are things with your mind that you got to believe. And I want to understand that you got to believe. I tell people all the time when I didn't understand money, when I didn't know what a lot of money is, and when you got a limited mindset and you thinking it's hard to get to 20 to 30 to $40,000, you will never get that. If you think that's a lot of money, in your mind, you will never get there. I'm telling you, like my guy used to tell me, the bricker, that ain't no lot of money. That ain't no money. That's what he telling me. That ain't no money. Unless you making it every month, every week, shit, every day, yeah, you can make that money. But it's still, the money you got, man, you got to learn how to invest it and work for you. You got to learn about this working, just a paycheck, a pay job, getting an income is just not enough, especially not these days. Rent is going up. I looking at one of my guys on YouTube, man. You need to check him out. His name is Diamond Dave. Also, that's just some people I listen to. Erica Williams, Diamond Dave, Myron Golden. Man, them my superstars. Them all-star players, man. I got some more, but John Hope Bryant. I got some all-stars on this economics thing, but it's many more. But I know it's Sunday. We going to the Lord about a lot of things. The Lord. Praying to the Lord about a lot of things, man. But a lot of things I really truly believe you can do yourself. I think the Lord is your coach. You know what I'm saying? Your mentor, into it, your ways to get to it. I think he add and give us so many ways because everything he put out here is good. We got fruit everywhere. We got money everywhere. There's plenty of money out here. Plenty of money, trillions and trillions of dollars out here. And I just think we up here just surviving instead of thriving. And I think the problem is you just don't know. If you don't know, you don't know. You can't do nothing. And I think it's also my opinion, my blind truth, because I'm blind as hell and I'm just my truth. My thing is the people you're around. If you're around the people you're not growing, y'all in the same place, you can't grow. Your environment, another thing you use. The environment consider the people you're around in the area, man. If you're around people that ain't going nowhere, that ain't doing nothing, that kicking it, playing games all day, getting high and complaining, that's the reason you're not nowhere. Now, I lived that life. But when you come out of that life, see what it is, we think we want to have something right away. And it's not going to happen right away. It's not going to happen overnight. There's some, that things happen for some people that happen and get in the right position. And we thank the Most High to Him. But I'm saying you got to put forth some effort. You got to do a faith comes by hearing. You hearing me speak about these things right now. You hear other people speak, but we're going to get some solutions to it too. But it come by hearing. But faith without work, they say it's dead. So that means you got to do some work. You got to get up. So you can't do nothing. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. Me and my family started a group with our family. And a lot of people talk about it like, hey man, it's gonna be hard. You know, people gonna be this, people ain't gonna want to do this. And I say, look, man, we do nothing, nothing ain't gonna happen. We know that for a fact. But if you try and start pushing forward, the possibilities are stronger. So I deal with possibilities. I don't. I look at my glass half full, not half empty. And a lot of us have been programmed to go half empty. We've been programmed about looking at the news and let it guide us and making decisions. Or we listen to our friends, our family members that don't know, they never done it. They'll tell you quickly that ain't gonna work. I wouldn't do that. You know, so you got to find out for yourself. You got to go do the work. You got to go seek, and you shall find. You got to start seeking, start looking for something, and educating yourself, and you will find. But again, investing. I do a series with my kids, man. Every week we sit down and talk because the school is not teaching our kids nothing about investing. They're not teaching our kids about taxes. They're not teaching our kids about working for a company. They're not teaching. They're teaching us just the basics, man, through life, just to pass through. It comes into your family, the home structure, start teaching our kids. We wonder why our kids out here kill each other, acting because they don't acting fool, as we say, or doing all these things. Or I don't want to be rappers, or they want to be football players, or play sports. And like I say, nothing wrong with that. A lot of them can make it in sports. I mean, some of them, not most of them. Most of them can't. That one is very small, but it got so many other things that our kids don't know about because we didn't know about them. And I really believe if your kids see, hear, and touch something through you, or through some other mentor, it can change them. It can be somebody else can see, hear, and touch it. And you got to be together, like I say, building a community, building a tribe to build something together. But I know the basic things that we can do. These things are basic. We're not even using. I'm telling you, I didn't use. Like I said, when I lost everything, I'm not 30s. I didn't know what I knew about the 401k, but I really didn't know what it meant. I know you put some money there. You know, you can have money investment, but I never knew the basic of the breakdown of what or how it works. I didn't understand investing. Real estate. I didn't understand real estate. Buying a home, investing in a home, rehabbing a home. How do you do that? You know, it was so foreign to me. And I'm saying, you know, you hear people like, man, how are they doing those things? They got to have a lot of money. You know, everything was a lot of money. Again, I plead to you, go find out what's a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? To you. You know what I'm saying? Go look at your abilities for you to get that lot of money. What does it take for me to get that money? Look at it and re-engineer it back to you and find out what you really want to do and what it takes. Don't be wrong with naysayers. Listen to me. I've been around people that said, no, that's going to be this. I don't want to hear nothing, no. Because I'm telling you, yes, when anything that you start, you're going to fall down. You're going to fall, you're going to get up, you're going to fall again, you're going to fail, but you keep focusing and going out there, it makes a difference. And that's what, so when somebody tell you you can't do that, that's BS. You can be anything you want to be. I say it all the time, man. An apple tree can be only an apple tree. A pear tree can only be a pear tree. We can be so much more, man. We can. So humans are have more abilities. Our brain can turn into anything, but you got to feed it. Like anything, you got to feed it. So again, investing. Yeah, when I got into the investment, man, I remember I wanted to be in real estate. I was in construction, and that's another thing I want to tell you, man. It's so many jobs out here for y'all young people. Cause I talk with my kids all the time about this. So I have to do the research. I can't just tell them, oh, so many jobs out there. Go find your job. No, I gotta point them in the right direction. I gotta put them around the stuff because I believe in working for yourself now. My kids can go work for somebody else. They gotta start off somewhere. But at the end course, it always to be working yourself out of a job. Excuse me. I wasn't taught that. I didn't even know it was possible to work yourself out of a job. How do I work myself out of a job? So that's what I started telling my kids. Nothing wrong with working for somebody, but you do not want to be there for long. I tell my kids like now, you know, they're young. I say, basically right now, we setting up our perimeter. We doing defense. You a defense, more defense than offense right now. You setting up, preparing yourself for things now. You building a fort. You building your foundation. You building your sandbags and all that. You digging your hole. You building your sandbags. So I talk about that. So how do we start off? We got to start off right with your credit. How do we get your credit better? What did I thought I was teaching you? Like saying your mindset, understanding why. You know what I'm saying? Why do you need your credit better? Why do you want your credit? What the aim? What do credit work does? What do credit do for you? What is credit? What is the credit bureau? The FICO store? What do all those things mean? we go through a series of understanding that before we can even move to talk about credit, before we can do about credit, to understand why you need credit and what it does for you, what is credit, who holds that credit, who holds that in their hand. Somebody got what I need, so you have to know the information of it, and that credit. Now again, it's different levels of credit, and I explain them to it. It's different levels of credit. But my level, where I'm trying to be at, where they starting off at, is credit. So what do you really want credit for? You know, and most people think credit is to buy things. They say the middle class want to get credit to buy more things. I don't know if that's true. I guess, but I just think once you get better education, you would know what that credit is for. But when I started off, I just wanted a credit card. So to say I had a credit card, I didn't know. I wanted a credit score. Everybody wanted 800, 850 at the time. So I just wanted, I want a credit score. And I really didn't know what I'm going to go buy something with it. I'm gonna buy a car. Why do I want to get a better credit score? Why do I want to get a better credit score to do what with it? Because I didn't know anything about buying a house. So, but like you say, when you start seeking these things and stuff, when I first bought my house, I didn't have no good credit score. I had to get my credit fixed. So you didn't have the credit score, but it's good to start off with the credit score. But it's better to know what the credit score means. Why do you have a credit score? Where does credit score come from? Who are the credit bureaus that control this credit score? Utilization rate on credit card. Different things like that. How paying your bill. The two major factors is paying your bills on time and your utilization. Two main factors in your credit score that affect it is paying your bills on time. So that means you got to pay your bills on time. I know it's Father's Day and it's Juneteenth, but let me do my business my way. I'm just trying to get my little part in and get off here real quick. But those two things right there. I was talking about investment, but I got all these investing into your mindset. This is what this falls under. Seeking knowledge, but understanding what the two factors, making sure you pay your bills on time, and the utilization rate on your credit cards, and understanding that hurts you. You know what I'm saying? That. And so that's the basic stuff. I tell them that. Then we go from credit to understanding your savings, understanding how much you need to save, how much you need to invest. I tell my kids off the bat, once they start working, 25% of their pay, quarters of their pay is going to saving investment. We're gonna save 15%, we're going to save 15% investment, 10 in savings. So high yield savings account, we got money going there, we got regular savings because we're going to raise that regular savings, well, they're going out in high yield. We're going to take that regular savings to a certain amount, depends on, what bills they have, like me. I'm not going to, at the most, I'm going to keep about $30,000 in my savings, and that's it. After everything else, and I know you're like, what? How the hell, what? But that's another time. But I'm just saying that's what I believe my blind truth. Because I got bills, I got kids in college, I got, things that go wrong. Because savings ain't nothing but something for a defense. If something go wrong, if my wife lose her job, I lose income, we can build up our next year. We're going to use that until we find income or she find work to get her back in pack. That's all the savings is for. Now, the investment is used for me to grow my money. And that's why I tell my kids, the investment, that's what you use to grow your money with. That's what you want to make your money work for you. That's when you want to play. I think, man, and when I learned that, man, when I learned about investment, brother, that changed the game for me. And I know we sitting here struggling and we say, well, Keith, I ain't got no money. Man, you got to find the money. You got the money, that's when you come in the budget. We talk about this budget. I know you keep saying we keep talking about the same thing over and over because the same thing ain't listening. Y'all not listening. It's not grabbing you, man. It's not grabbing you seeing it. I understand it took me a while to see it. The part that got me, the budget book, all that is to see where you at every month, man. Just like with business, they do quarter, check their business quarterly. They do quarterly checks on their business. Then they do yearly. So they always, your home life, your family life is your first business. Managing your business. They manage their end and they seeing where they at every quarter, every year. They seeing where they at, where they lost, the profit losses, and what they gain. You can do the same thing here, but you do it with a budget. And you check the budget and see where your money at, man. You get your money, because if you've got a mind of investing, knowing where you want your money to go, if you know where you're going, if you setting a vision, plotting it, planning, then strategizing, you know. If you're doing these things, man, you're doing those things. I don't care how much money, and let me tell you another thing. Investment ain't how much money, it's how you do it and what you do with your money, man. I'm telling you. And they fooling you talking about this millionaire status, this billionaire status. You're looking at, man, it's what you do with your money. That's what it's about. And we are not being taught these things. And that's why I keep pushing this, man. And I want to teach my kids this, hey, we're not losing no money. Not yet, because we're a defense. You young, you're a defense. So them clothes, the jewelry, the car, all this stuff's important. You can't go to jail, you can't get no tickets. All these things that we can't do these things. We can't get no habits, alcohol, weed habit, drug. We can't get no habits starting off, man. Because your dollars is very, very valuable. Your dollars, your $1 is in the loan, $40. $1 to you compared to $40. I tell my young man, God, my 19-year-old, your money is real valuable because time. So I break those down to them and I try to help them with that to understand that, man, don't go out here worrying about looking at somebody else's lane, trying to show some people that don't even care about you, that don't even know, ain't paying no attention to you. Stop looking at them. And that's what a lot of people doing. Grown people doing, old people doing, want to shine, look good, and see, then you messing up for the young people because they think that's how you supposed to look. And that ain't true. You ain't got nothing invested, no assets, no nothing but things. You look good. Like them clothes start to fade, the car started breaking down, the apartment people start raising their rent. You can't pay for this. The hairstyle done got old, them eyelashes, that surgery that you done got, now you ain't been working out, your belly's starting to poke back out, and you ain't invested nothing. I just like you just done gave up. So now if your children, they see, hear, and touch, everything they see, hear, or touch, they where they learn most of their stuff from, what that's going to happen to them? They're going to learn the same flaws, the same bad habits. I know I'm not talking because I did with my first two kids. I know. I didn't have nothing to fit them, but it's so much information now. There's no reason for it to be that way. Then I get on here and tell try to like give insight, not just say, hey man, yeah, we doing bad. We got 50% of people paycheck to paycheck, black, all these stats is what's doing bad. But then somebody come and say, hey man, why don't you do these things right here? Why don't you take heed? Then the ones that know they got a different way of doing it, then they'll say, oh, you ain't, why you saying all that? But they ain't telling you nothing. I'm gonna keep on preaching, and it's basically the same thing over and over. I tell my son that I have him listen to somebody every morning. He get up and he listen to some information I send him. I was like, Daddy, he keeps saying the same thing about stock and this and invest. I said, well, tell me what they said. He couldn't tell me. I said, that's why they keep saying the same thing. That's why I keep saying, because you ain't getting it yet. Once you get it, it's like clockwork to you. You understand it. You start living it, start moving like that. You understand what it means. So, yeah, getting that, man. And like I say, you get your job too, get you a nice job, man. School, hey, college is very important, man. But I don't want to get to college. I tell my kids, if you ain't got no scholarship, you ain't got no scholarship to college, you ain't got a better somebody paying for your college, we ain't save no money for you gonna go to the community college or something. We got to figure out another way. You got to build your grades up. You can apply for a grant, well, not grant, but scholarship. You can do all that. You ain't doing the work. Well, hey, you got to go here, or you gonna go get a trade. Next year, I told my son Makai, you gonna get an AC. He gonna get 6 months, get a trade in AC, working on ACs. And we here in Texas. It's a must. It's a must, and that's a great profession, man. My son Rudy, he's 16. Man, you gonna be a welder. I want you to go to get your trade in welder. Now after that you can go to school all day long, but that's a job you can have. You take you one class, but that's a job you can have building your money up, building your money to invest. Because you got to invest. You got to stay. You got to have money coming in some kind of way. I tell my son, hey, people work and go to school all the time, son. But at least you be working, making good money and going to school. Which focus? You got to focus. What do you want? Stop looking for this short-term game and start looking at invest as a long-term investor. You got short-term win, but start looking at the long game. That's what we need to start looking at and understand how to invest. And the first, like I said, we talking about investing your income and you get a job, man. Looking at your 401k, man. You can put some money in 401k and come up. Like I said, I didn't know anything about it. Not understanding how it worked. I'm not gonna get in the weeds of it, but man, you got companies that give me 5%, matching you 5%. Up to 5%, man. Invest in that. But I applaud you to go a little deeper. Go look at what the company investing in. Go look at how much fees you paying for that. Go look into that. I implore you to go. Just don't just put the money in there, not knowing what you're putting there. Call them and tell them, explain the stuff to you. I didn't do that. Now that I know, when you know, you know, and that's their job to explain it to you. You know, and then if you see you start learning, you can go to your company and say, hey, why don't y'all look into this stock right here? Why don't you add this to the portfolio? And they'll do it. Other companies have done it. But when you know, because most people don't know. But you got this, it behooves you to know. But I'm going to break some stuff down by what do it do for you. But you can get in that. But the biggest way you can, man, just stay out of debt. If you can stay out of debt, man, and let me tell you why you need to stay out of debt. Because if you stay out of debt, if you're not paying, I know the car notes, get rid of the car notes, and now that's hard, but you ain't paying no car note, you ain't paying no credit card debt, no student loan debt, you can take that money, you can invest that money. And I'm going to show you how that money works for you invest, especially if you invest in young. If you don't put yourself over in a hardship, man, or put yourself and try to live day to day, or try to live like the Joneses. That's what I'm telling you, man. But I'm going to get on here and get off of here because I know y'all can't stand it. Let me get my little class. I'll be doing this with my kids, man, so excuse me. Yeah, I'm talking about, so if you're talking about investing, I know you got stock investment, like you can do, it's active and passive investment. Active investment is like when you want to do stock share, like one company, like Apple, Meta, Nvidia is good. Like say you want to do one stock at a time and look into them companies. Now you can do those things, but it's gonna take some work, man. You got to go look at all I think it's QK, AK, whatever they call it. But you got to look at how the company's doing. You got to research the company, how much they lost, how much cash they got. There's a lot of research into that. You know what I'm saying? So got plenty much on internet that tell you how to do stocks and do trading. I'm not a trader. I'm trying to learn about options, but I haven't learned that yet. So, but I don't do one stock individual. Well, I do got a one individual stock. I got two individual stock that I do that I mess with. I'm not gonna lie, but I like the stock. So I'm just saying that I do, but mostly I like doing. I got a Roth account, retirement account. Roth give me I think it's $6,500 a year. You can put in, depends on how much you make. I don't know how much you make, but something to look into. I think over 55, you get to put $8,000 you behind. But I put my son in that. My son Makai is in that 6,500. So we break it down in 12 months. You can put that in. We do that. I'll do that. Also, I got ETFs, electronic transfer fund. I like ETF because it's a bucket of stocks. They got mutual funds, but you can't get a bucket of stock. You can do mutual fund, but you gotta call and get each individual one. But I like ETFs, index fund. But I got ETFs with Vanguard. I got that with them. I'm not telling you what stock to get, but that's me. So I put S&P 500. My wife got that, so we do. And I'm put my son Makai in the S&P, but he got that in the S&P. Haven't put him in there yet. But the reason I like investing in that fund, man, because the longevity of it, man, would it grow? Because the average stock market, man, get you up to average the stock market average 7 to 10% over every decade. Like I said, I've been looking over 100 years, average 7 to 10%. It don't mean it always do 7 to 10%, but it averaged 7 to 10%. And I think over the 100 years I looked at it, was like between 7 and 10. But let's just say that it does 7%. Let's just say it do 7. You gain 7% gain. And I tell people out there, I didn't understand percentage. I think we don't understand what 7% is and how much compound interest with that 7% be. So I'm gonna give you an example of what I have. So long term, just say you had long term investment of $10 a day. So you invest $10 a day for 45 years. That's $300 a month for 45 years, and you get the average 7% in the stock market. We're gonna get 7% in the stock market on that. Yeah, it doesn't mean it's gonna hit average 7 to 10. Don't mean it's gonna hit 10 all the time. What I mean, you can get the average 7 to 10, but most likely let's just use the bottom line 7 but the average is 710. So some years it might be lower, some years it might be more. So that's what I'm saying. Average 710. My notes. Uh, so okay, for 45 years, we do $10 for between 26 and 66. That's 45 years. And we do that, and we keep putting $300 in constantly. Don't put nothing more than just $300. And the average amount we'll get at 7%, we will get 1.1 million. Hold on, let me make, yeah, $1.1 million. So we put $10 a day. That's $300 a month in the stock market. Let's just say a mutual fund. Let's just say we put in an index fund and we put it Roth. We put that in, and we put that for 45 years, and we average 7%, and put it in at $300, and we get 7% on compound interest. We should make you should have $1.1 million put up. Just putting $300. $300 ain't gonna break it, but just $300, and you're gonna get an average 7% return in 45 years. 66. If you start at 21, you'll have $1.1 million stacked in your bank account. Just doing $300. Now let's just say you did it at 31. Same thing, we got 31, but you did 35 years. You did 31, you did 35 years at 7%, and you put in that same amount of money, but guess what you're gonna get? You're gonna get $535,000. Look how I cut that out. Look how much money you left on the table waiting. You see what time is? If I did, like I said, let's use my son, Makai, he's 19, but if he started at 19. But let's say he started at 21 and he just put $300, he don't touch it. Till he turns 66, he will have $1.1 million. And these are things I tell him. But son, if you wait until you get 31 and you do that 35 and do 2 to 66, you're gonna have $535,000. Look how much money you leave on the table if you do it that way. I'm just showing you the power of compounding. I'm showing you the power of investing. I'm showing you the power of the market that what it can lead to. Just putting that money and constantly putting just $300. Not no more than that. $10 a day. So now let's see if we do. We're gonna raise it up. We're gonna put some more money on it. Put some more skin in the game. So let's just say you do $20 a day. Get my numbers right. I don't want to tell y'all wrong. I wrote it down somewhere. Y'all know I can't see. If you did the $20 a day, so double that, that's $600 a day. From 21 to 66 at 7%. At 7%, let's see how much that would be. Same thing, you just added $10 more to it a day. You double up your stuff. Let's see how much you'll be getting. I don't want to tell you wrong. Yeah, if you do $20 a day for 45 years at 7%, man, you'll put $2.2 million. So add $10. So that's $600 a month for 45 years at 21 years old. You will have $2.2 million. Man, ain't it powerful? Ain't it lovely, man? Just putting $600. I'm gonna get to where you're gonna get that $600 from, like Keith. Yeah, 2.2. Now let's do the same thing again. We're gonna do the 31, and we do $600 for 31. You start at 31, and you do for 35 years. Now what you gonna get? Money. You get $1 million. So like my oldest son, I think my other son, Des, he's 31 years old. So if he was 31, say I'm gonna put $600 in an investment in a retirement fund, and I'm gonna put him there for 35 years. When he turns 66 and he puts $600 a month, he will have $1 million put up. $1 million if he wait, because he's 31 now. That's what he would have put up. Still, that's the power of compounding. That's the power of retirement. That's the power of investing. And we're sitting there trying to figure out a way, but what I'm saying, we're not putting the money in there. But say, But the thing is, where do I get the $600 a month? Because we paying $1,000 for car notes because of the look good. See, we cut the car note out, we cut the debt out. We can take that 600 because people say I ain't got the money. We stop eating at all these restaurants and sacrifice, or go get yourself educated, or go get a better skill, or make more money. Still, making more money don't solve nothing if you still doing the same thing you've been doing. So you gotta take your money, invest your money in the right way. So you invest that $600 a month for 35 years. At the age of 31, you still have $1 million. That's the problem. But if you do it at 21, $20, 2.2 million. You do 300 at 21 for 45 years. That's $1.1 million. That's the power of compound interest investment. See, I wouldn't broke down, but I tell my kids, explain this stuff to them to see what they need. So, but the thing to take is sacrifice. It takes patience. Because see, you're gonna see that market going up and down. You gotta believe. See, you gotta let your belief control your behavior, not your behavior control your belief. You're looking at all your friends because they having fun with a short-term game. You're going long-term player. You're a long-term player. Remember, you fortify and set up your defenses. See, you still got money coming in. $600. If you making good money, $600 ain't nothing but going in and building and it's growing. And see, you might not see it. If you're 21, you really ain't gonna see it till you get about 35, 30 something. You're gonna be like, that's when you start seeing your money just compound. Like bam, just compounding. But it's gonna take time in the beginning. The time and again, you seeing all your friends doing this, you like, man, my money, it ain't moving like I thought, but it's moving. But you doing nothing but putting it in there. But I know you buy that car, you buy you a car, and you pay $1,000 a month for 6 years. You know that money ain't going nowhere. That money can't do nothing for you. That car 10 years later ain't gonna do nothing for you. 45 years later, that car is done. But your money working here 600. I say let's be more aggressive. I'm gonna get more aggressive with it. Say we're talking about single stocks. Single stock take more risk. Another thing is about your risk tolerance. You know your risk tolerance, man. It make a difference. You know what I'm saying? So I know I don't want to go over people here, but just say like you got a stock name, let's say Meta or Apple. Apple them. You love the company. Apple been around for a long time. You want to get more aggressive. You want to put more money in it or something like that. Or Apple might give you 10%. You know what I'm saying? So you've been aggressive, but with more risk, more reward. You know what I mean? More reward, more risk. You know what I'm saying? So let's just say you do the same thing. You got a 10% return. You do the same $20. That's $600 a month. You do the same, but you get an average 10%. You get 10% for 45 years on that same amount of money at a 10% rate. Not seven. For 45 years, you've been hitting 10%, and you hit the 40, and you putting $20, $600 a month, $20 a day. Man, at 66 and 45 years, you have $5.5 million. $5.5 million. If you start from 21 to 66 in 45 years, $5.5 million. That's investing, man, at 10% rate. You can find you a 10% rate. We ain't say 20, we said 10, but patience, sitting back waiting. But if you do the same thing for that 20% for the 35 years at 10%, you get 10%, and you start at 31. Like I said, my son Makai started at 21. My son Dez, he had 31. He started 31. He gonna have, if he do it and wait, and he put that same 600, but he getting 10% return, and he wait till he 30 for 35 years. When he's 66, he gonna have $2.2 million in retirement. That same $600, you want to be a little more aggressive. It's all about, but see, to be more aggressive, you got to learn, you got to do some work. To be active, you got to be studying the company, studying the market, understanding the market. Not just putting your money in there, leaving it. You got to be doing aggressive things to get, that's more aggressive. Also, you can start doing real estate. You can have real estate. You want cash flow. Like I said, if I get me real estate property, I want 7% on that real estate property. I want to make cash flow 7% a year on that real estate. Same thing in real estate as you're doing today. But if I can get 7 to 10% and let that go for 45 years, what I got. See, in the business, same thing as the business. Everything in the business is just that's active. You're doing active work in that real estate and individual stock and having a business that's active. But if I put my stuff in the money like an ETF or index or mutual fund, just let it go and just constantly put my daily cost average, just put my money in there, and I'm not doing it, but putting my money and let it work, that's passive. But active, more risk, more what? You're gonna do more work, and not active. But so you got to figure out what you want, but man, you got to invest. You got to invest your money. You can't just take your money, ball, and spend it all the time. You're looking at these people, they ain't talking about what they're doing. They're investing their money, man. You got to invest in something. Invest in yourself, invest in real estate, invest in stocks, invest in mutual funds, invest in ETFs, invest in business. You got to invest in all those things. Invest. Then there's so much other things. But this is basic stuff I'm just telling you, man. You got to start teaching your kids, and your kids not knowing these things, and they lost out there because you don't know. And the school is not teaching them. You think they are, they're not teaching them things. We ain't even talk about taxes and all that. But just look at the numbers, man. Look at the numbers. 2.2 million, 5.5 million. It is crazy. It's just it's and if you do the 20 year, if you do $750,000, if you do you 40, let's do 40 years old. My daughter's, she almost in 40 years. But let's do it if you did it at 40. If you did it at 40 and you put in 10, you put in the same $600. This for y'all people that think it's too late. You did it at 40. Say, Keita, I'm 40 years old, I want to do it, I'm behind. You did it at 40, you put $600 in, and you're getting a 10% return. And you just do it for 25 years. 25 years. You gonna get $750,000. At the age of 40, $600 a month for 25 years. If you get a 10% return. Man, that's easy, man. Where you gonna get a return like this? Where you gonna get money like $750,000 when you retire? Seek and ye shall find. It's just knowledge, man. This is what it's missing, man. This is what our kids miss. They don't understand. They want that short term. They want now. They don't know. They think investing because they're seeing you buying shoes, buying clothes, take trips, and they ain't putting nothing in investment. You got to start letting them know. 401k, start with the 401k. First off, get out of debt. If you have no debt, don't start putting yourself in debt. And then that money that you say you get out of debt, that money you have for debt, get your when you want to get a house, get a part for a house, start splitting up your savings. This saving for a trip, and this saving for my investment, and this saving for my emergency. You gotta break it down like that. Yeah, it's gonna take some work. I told you, faith without work is dead. You gotta put some work in it, but we don't want to put no work. But you can't say you don't know. I just gave you a solution. You can't say, I just don't know what I want to do, how I want to do it. But you up there doing all this foolishness, and I just told you what to do. I didn't just tell you, hey, all the problems. Let's get the solution. That's one of the solutions. That's one of the solutions. You getting the people that getting the income tax money too. That's another thing. But if you getting that money, take some of that money and put in your retirement. Open you a Roth account, Vanguard, Fidelity, different ones. You can open it and start putting money now. You ain't got to put $50 a day till you build up to be to that six. So you don't have to do the 300. You don't have to do the 60. Put something. Start doing something. But you got to start growing. You got to start getting understanding, getting knowledge. Don't just listen to me. Go do the research. That's one thing when I learned. My brother, you tell me about stuff. He like, hey man, I'm gonna tell you, but you got to go read. You got to go read for yourself, and it worked. Because what it is, it's limited mindset. The limited mindset, what's a lot of money? Limited mindset, we got so much out of here. The limited mindset that I had, that all I needed to do was work and didn't know where to put my money at, just being and just surviving instead of thriving. That's what we need to do, man. But come check us out tomorrow, man. Monday night, Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Personal Development for the Soul on YouTube. Thank y'all for listening. I know I went over time, man. I tried to do 30 minutes, but I'm serious, man. If you get that, if you get them numbers, man, look at them numbers, start investing in yourself. It's never too late. You can start now. You just got to put more money in it. Like I said, at 40, you did 600. Hey, you might want to do 1,000. At 50, you're going to have to do 1,200. You know, a year. Why don't you do 50? I'm sorry, yeah, a month. But you might have to do 15,000 a year. But you might have to do 12. Might have to do 2,000. You might have the money to do $2,000 a month. More time, more money. If you can do it and swing it, that's what you do. If you're behind, you got to put more money in because your time is limited. So now you got to find a way to do more money. So that means now you need to not do what work smarter. You still can make the money. You just don't have to work hard. There's plenty of ways to make it. So much money out here to make it, man. We just got to find a way, and we're not searching. And then a lot of things got to do with the people you're around. If the people around is just talking about the same old nothing, man, you need to get around people that's talking about moving. I want to talk about money. I talk about spiritual. I say four things I talk about: spiritual, physical, mental, and financial. I talk about the Lord and what He has done for me and what He can for me. That beliefs, all the principles that I believe, I live them. Then I'm working out. You know, I go to the gym in the morning. I work out. I got the gym right here. I work out in my home. Also, mental. I got a counselor. That's another thing, man. Get you a counselor. Go get you a counselor, man. I'm telling you, I meet with a counselor virtually. I've done counseling many times before. So, hey, you need someone to talk to, man. Somebody to talk to you about your problems, get stuff out your chest, something mentally talk to you. Because it's a lot. And they get overwhelmed these days. Stress kills. And then financially, man, that's the economic, that's it. You got to find a way to win in this world. Because the world done changed. Them old ways doesn't work anymore. And it's going to get changed even more and more. And you're going to find out yourself, you're going to be pushed out, things going to get higher, the rent going to get higher. How do we win? How do I still become investment? How do I get better? How we get our kids better? That's it. We getting better. As we get better, they get better because they seeing, they hearing, they touching. And man, read the links, man. We got the links there, man. You can click on my bio. You can click on my bio when you can see the books I read too. Also, man, reading is very important. So you can do that also, man. So thank y'all again. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers, the dads, the fathers that put in their work, that been there, man, through all the thick and thin. Hey, happy Father's Day to you, man. For real. I hope I can help someone do better, be better. Hope the numbers help you out, man. Get an investment, man. Get an investment, man. I'm telling you. If you ain't got that money, man, just do, hey, what you can do. But you got to start somewhere. Yep, 10 years ago, the best time to start was 10 years ago. Man, when they had the housing was so cheap and low, Lord, I wish I'd have bought some more. I wish land was 20 years ago even more. But now, the best time to start is now. Get in the game now. That's it. Get in the game now, man. That's all I'm trying to tell you, baby. Hey, y'all have a good one. Thank y'all for listening to me. Share this. Hit the like button. I know it went over long. I know I ain't going to get a lot of people hit that because y'all want to play. Y'all like people playing and clowning and stuff. That's what you're going to listen to. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to give you a solution. I'm going to show you the way to change your life. This can change in a decade, 10 years. If you follow what I'm saying, man, your life will get better. It'll change your life. But you got to be willing. If you're willing, you're able. Come check us out. It's all about change. How do I get better? It's all about growth. That's what I'm teaching minds. It's about growth. So you want to grow? Come mess with dude that growing, man. You tired of listening to the same old and making complaints and ain't nothing changing? Come check your boy out. Y'all take care, man. Again, happy Father's Day. And that is Sunday. And church is on Sundays and Saturday. Which one's the right way to go to church? Sunday or Saturday? Oh, that's another debate. We ain't gonna debate about that. But hey, give honor to God every day. Hey, thank you for blessing us, giving us understanding, man. My people perish for lack of understanding, lack of knowledge. I'm sorry. Get some knowledge, man. Get some understanding. You have a good day.